What up, YouTube? It is your boy Big Cool coming to you from Big Cool Entertainment, and I am here with the Walking Dead review. We all just witnessed one of the best episodes ever in The Walking Dead, No Way Out. It was terrific from beginning to end. A lot of people, going into tonight's episode knew about the spoilers, but still, it kind of shocked me how things went down with Sam getting killed and how they just devoured him so quickly. Didn't get the neck, they went to the face, the ear. It was just brutal, especially watching a child get killed. But the episode started off with, what AMC released through, this week leading up to the tonight's episode, mid-season premiere. The first 4 minutes of, The Walking Dead. But they didn't show us is how, some of Negan's guys got demolished. We all know the head guy of that group, was about to shoot and kill Sasha and Abraham. He demanded them give over everything. He sent one of his guys to, take Daryl to the back and check to make sure the goodies that they thought they were going to be getting. And out of nowhere, Daryl, with a rocket launcher, blew Negan's people to smithereens. It was wow. And before they jump scenes, you see that the leader, his head just, he was burnt, but you can see, him just dead, just dead, and like a little shocked look on his face, because it came out of nowhere. It was intense. It was like, it was just great. It was just boom out of nowhere, and you see Morgan and Carol, conversing. Morgan, obviously from early in the first half of the season, he slammed her, body slammed her. Didn't go so well with Carol, gave her a concussion, but she spared him because, as you all know, Carol has become a badass, one with the knife in the gun. She's tough as they come on The Walking Dead. She told Morgan, I should have killed you. I should have killed you. Morgan said, you can't, and walked off. You had a scene between, Rosita and Eugene. Eugene saying, we have to get out of here. We will get out of here. And, you can tell that Rosita is kind of fed up with Eugene's scariness. He's very scary. But a lot of people that you didn't expect to step up, stepped up in a big way in this episode. And I'll touch on that later. But she was basically saying, yeah, we will get through it. Because we're going to fight, but not you. Yeah, and, the wolf. The wolf finally met his demise. But he showed some growth and surprising, leniency. That's the word I'm looking for. With Denise, after he knocked out Morgan, episode 8, he kidnapped Denise and, talking to her, divulging a plan. Once the walkers cleared out, they was going to go to the infirmary. They took off of the infirmary, and Denise got caught up by one of the walkers. Didn't get bit or scratched, might I add. And instead of being like I thought he would be, an asshole and just leaving her be, he went back, showed seen what Morgan wore off on him. All life is precious. Showed some remorse and some sympathy, and he seemed to care. He went back, killed a couple walkers, then got bit on the arm, didn't see one coming. And Denise promised him, we get to the infirmary, I will save you. I will, do my best. And got to the infirmary, put the belt around his arm. They didn't get to the infirmary. They got to a room, excuse me. She was, put the, belt around the wound so cut the circulation off so the infection wouldn't spread so they can save the arm, as you've seen them do in previous season of The Walking Dead with Herschel, who had his leg bitten. But, as they left the room to head to the infirmary, Carol finally got her target. She shot the wolf as he was fighting off some walkers. And, pretty much he got taken down. And you'll see what happened to him later on in the episode. And Sam. Wow. That's the scene with Rick, Michonne, Sam, Ron, Jesse, Carl was supremely intense. It was great, but it was intense. As they was walking through the, walker herd trying to get to safety, everything that Carol had said to, Sam dating back to last year, season 5, and earlier on this year, started to come full force or full circle in his mind because he seen a little kid walker, and I kind of that obviously scared him to death, and he just stopped, froze, and paused. And at first, he just had the terrified look on his face, he's just petrified. And his mom Jessie was trying to get him to calm down and keep moving forward to safety. His brother Ron did the same thing, but he, being a little kid, you can't really blame him. His emotions and his fears got the best of him. He started talking and screaming and just out of nowhere, the walkers just devoured him. It was devastating to watch, brutal because as a little kid, it's one thing to see, Noah get, devoured like that. He's a little older, 18, 19-year-old. And sees the older, grown-ups getting killed, but to see a young boy, I think Sam was maybe 8 or 9, maybe 10. It was hard to watch, but kudos to the actor that portrayed Sam. He did a great job. I mean, he sold the character. You felt his emotion. He made you mad at him, and that's what you see when you see a little pestering kid. You want them to be either lovable or annoying, and he definitely did that with his character. But he got devoured. One walker got him in his face, the other one got him in his cheek and ear, and then they just took him down. And he was holding on to his mom Jessie's hand, and any parent would be shocked, frozen, and she just didn't want to let go of her son. And the walkers just, because she started screaming, and the walkers just, pounced on her and just ripped her to shreds. And she was holding on onto Carl's hand, and Carl was like, I can't, get my hand loose. She got a good grip on it, and Rick was kind of having a flashback of when he met her, they kissed, and all the fun memories of her. And he just snapped back because his son was in dire need, and he just two or three chops to the arm and wrist area of Jessie, and Carl was let free. Rick's gun, I believe it was, fell loose, or it was Carl's, one of them. I think it was Carl because Carl was closer to Ron than Rick was. But whoever gun it was, Ron picked it up, aimed it at Rick. Rick was looking confused, like, why? I didn't do this. Yeah, I killed your father, but I was trying to protect Sam and your mother and you. And Ron always had it out to get out for Rick and Carl, especially once, Rick killed his father. It was downhill from there. But, Michonne being the great, friend and great right-hand woman that she is, she, saved Rick from being shot and killing Ron with her katana straight through the chest from the back. But unfortunately, the gun went off. It hit Carl in the eye, and all you hear is Carl saying, "Dad," and the camera goes to his eye. Boom, it's bullet hole, whatever, and he falls out. Rick snaps back and got emotional, but picked him up and ran to safety. Took him to the infirmary, where Denise, Heath, Spencer, and I think Tar or whoever was in there. They seen him, open the door, and she started to do, surgery on him. She knew exactly what it was because they asked him, was he bitten? She said nope. She told him to get the, gauges, the gurney, the medicine, so the IVs and everything. So she got that situated, and Rick just went back into, beast mode. Went out there by himself. Had to kill about 50 to 60 walkers by himself. Maybe I'm over exaggerating, but it was a lot. He was motivated, and was driven by revenge and just to kill these walkers who caused harm to a woman he was falling for, her son. Caused her son, who already didn't like him, to do something that affected Carl. And, he went out there beast mode and just straight up was getting him with the axe. And Aaron and Heath was like, we got to go help him. And Spencer, scary ass, was against it at first. But, he snapped in, got with it, and went in, they handled business. They were stabbing them, hitting them with the guns. I mean, they was getting in their ass. And, they came together, and then you had Glenn and Enid, had a little dialogue in the church looking for guns. Enid found it, gave it to Glenn. Glenn was trying to talk Enid into staying in the church, but teenagers are gonna be teenagers, and she refused. He gave in and let her go. She got to Maggie, and Glenn distracted a lot of the walkers by shooting them in the head. He killed about 20 of them, 25 of them, and it looked like he was gonna be meeting his demise. You know, Glenn always is. Man, Glenn will have you on edge of your seat. Really, he will. With the whole, you know, I don't know, with the way he puts himself in certain situations. I was like, oh man, he about to die. But Abraham came to the rescue, him and Sasha, with the big guns, with the big dog guns, and started letting it rip, and they were grrr, 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 killing, you know, walkers left and right. And, you know, it was just a great episode. It was a great episode. Morgan even got in there. Morgan, Carol, you know, Rosita, Eugene, Father Gabriel stepped up in a big way. I mean, even the Alexandrians that, you know, wasn't accustomed to this way of living, you know, before they met Rick, you know, because they was always hiding behind the walls. They seen that, you know, their new family needed help. They took the gun, took the machete, took the knives, and they went out there to do work. And they, you know, they got in the walkers' asses. Simple as that. I mean, tonight's episode was great, and you know, closing out, you know, the episode, you had Rick at the bedside table, at the bedside, excuse me, of Carl. You know, just telling them, you know, how he once doubted, you know, the Alexandrians didn't think they could, but he said now he's seen what they could do, what we could do if we come together and work as a team. And if they clicking on all cylinders, they're gonna be a tough group of people to, you know, overrun, and easily take, you know, over. And you know, keyword that Rick mentioned to unconscious or semi-unconscious Carl as he lay in his bed is that, you know, he haven't had a feeling like this since he woke up, you know, in that hospital bed way back in season 1. And, you know, that he wanted to show him the new world. Keyword, you know, if you're big on the comic books, you know, the new world is a big part of this show, you know, coming up, but also a huge part of the comic book world and series. But like I said, tonight's episode was great. I'm going to watch it again. It was very intense. It was very bloody. It was brutal. And everything was great. I mean, it was just great. And I'm looking forward to next week's episode. I will be doing reviews every Sunday after, you know, right after the episode. And I will be trying to do at least 1 or 2 Walking Dead videos each day. I'm definitely going to do one. I'll probably, you know, drop it at least at 11 or 12 so I can get consistent with that for those who, you know, watch this channel, you know, because of The Walking Dead. So I'm definitely going to give you a lot of more content of The Walking Dead as well as the Fear of the Walking Dead. But leave your comments in the comment section below. This video dragged on to almost 13 minutes. I didn't, you know, want to do that, but it was so much to say and I wanted to make sure I covered everything. But leave your comments in the comment section below. You know, thumb this video up, subscribe to the channel, favorite, share it, tell a friend and tell a friend to subscribe to Big Cool Entertainment. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.